Hi, let me show you how to set up Match 3 or like a Candy Crush game to use for your marketing in Adact, but without any coding. So this is one of our more popular games, or this is usually a game that it receives very high engagement and very high lead conversion. So in order to start setting up Match 3, you will choose your campaign and make an option from the competitive games and choose Match 3. So as you can see, you already have a fully functional Candy Crush type of a game ready-made. Here on the right side you see the preview, and on the left side you see the game setup. And on the preview you can actually play the game. So just don't get too excited and actually concentrate on creating your campaign as well. So if we would want to rebrand this game to match our own visuals, then we would only have to drag and drop the visuals that we want to use inside Adact. Now for this example, I will use a client's real example how they set up a Match 3 game for themselves. The only thing that they needed to have is to change those images to something else. Now it doesn't really even matter how large or small the images are, because the game will scale all the images correctly. So as you can see, these are the design files which the designer created for this game, and we only need to use those 5. So to change the images, we will click on the game icon and either remove them first, or just click up here to drag the visual that we want to use. So here I will drag this image and replace the green rocket with this image. As you can see in the game, this image was already replaced. Now for the red one, we will do the same thing. We will just add and change it to a strawberry. And for the blue one, we will change it to the apple. Now we have 4 images, so let's add one more. And add them here. Now I could add even more images, but the more images that I use, then the game area has to be larger as well, because otherwise there are too many images and the player can't really score because they cannot find the matches. So here we have the playing field size. So if I have 3 images, for example, then I would suggest using 6x6 field. With 4, I will suggest having around 6x7, or also maybe 6x6 might work. But if you want to have 5 images, then I will increase the playing field size to around 7x8 or 8x8. Here you can see the game works exactly the same way regardless of how many images are loaded. Now I can also change the score panel, and as you can see, it's pretty hard to see because currently the score counter and timer is set to black. So we would want to change it to white at first. Now with all the score panels, I can replace the score labels and the time labels also with images and icons. And I can also have a custom-made background that I can upload here, so the score panel will be custom designed. If I would not want to do it, then I can just edit the text sizes and text colors and text fonts to kind of match what my brand is all about. For the game background, you can also use an image, or if you do not use an image, then it just takes the background image of the landing page. In this example, for example, if I will add this image, what the designer created is a simple 700 by 900 image, then this image is added to the background of the game. Now I can also fine-tune it by making the game icons a little bit larger to kind of match my background a little bit better. Here on top right, you can also see game rules, and what many game rules is there to change for a Candy Crush game. Mostly, it's how long the game lasts. I would suggest around 45 seconds or 60 seconds for the highest replayability and conversion. If you want to create a campaign where all of the players who reach a specific score will be awarded with something, then you can also toggle this button and say that, for example, in the game when 100 points has been reached. This way, everybody who reached 100 points will automatically end the game. The other way of doing it is not using it, and just ask how many points can you score within 45 seconds. And this is how easy it is to set up your own branded Candy Crush game.